there is Jones having a go at his teammate Carlos Reutemann. They're not allowed to fight each other, and he's got through into second place. Alan Jones, who's been so unlucky this year, he's driven really well, very aggressively. He made an unfortunate mistake in the Spanish Grand Prix, which blotted his copybook a bit there, but otherwise he's been afflicted by very bad luck all the season. Let's hope his car can hold together today, and he's now in position to set about the unenviable task of catching and then with more difficulty getting past Alain Prost's Renault. And Alan Jones is right behind Prost, but he just hasn't got the power to even attack him. But he's going to have a go. Can he do it into the chicane? He's getting alongside, but he hasn't got the power. I think if he's going to pass Prost, he's going to have to do some sort of big do-or-die effort in the stadium when he can get really close. But I don't envy him the problem. So it's a four-car race. We've got the three World Championship leaders up there in the bunch, and today's race, I think, will be very, very critical as a pointer to which way the championship is going. Piquet or Jones is going to have to get a jolly good score today. Whoops, oh! And Alain Prost, I don't think, saw Jones moving over behind him then, and he's now trying to block the inside line, and he's driving a little bit naughtily by weaving on the straight. That is not what's considered to be acceptable practice, but he was moving over to the left to protect his inside line. Now this is where Jones has got to get really close to him. I don't think he'll be able to take him into the stadium, but he may be able to outbrake him into one of the tight corners in the stadium. He's having a go on the entry, but he's not close enough. Jones closing up again round the long, fast sweep at the end of the straight. He's moving out to have a look, but I just don't think he's getting closer. But he is very close this time, but it'll have to be a superhuman effort. No, still not close enough. Prost is controlling everything pretty well from the front. He's still pulling away on every straight, giving Jones a lot of problems. Jones is attacking hard at the moment. I suspect he'll try for another couple of laps maybe, and then he may just give it a rest for a little while, because when you're driving this close to another car, it requires a superhuman effort, and it's very difficult to drive the whole length of a Grand Prix trying so hard. Jones is pulling out again, but I just don't think he's going to be close enough. No, he has to tuck back in.
Jones cannot afford to sit there too much longer.
Jones having another little look, but again, it's a little bit of a hopeless case, but he's nice and close in the stadium now, and he's having a go, and has he done it? Alan Jones is inside Prost, and I think he's got it. He's got the inside line. Oh, they're actually neck and neck, and the power. Oh, marvellous stuff, side by side round the hairpin. Prost got the power down better. Jones was very good. He didn't lean on him. Neither driver, of course, can possibly afford to touch each other. They'll be very careful of that at this stage of the Grand Prix, but that was marvellous stuff. But it has brought Nelson Piquet right up to join them.
Contenders, this is a battle, and once again, Prost manages to pull away, not only pulling away from Alan Jones, but pushing Jones further into the clutches of Nelson Piquet. And really, we could be seeing, James, the battle that decides the championship.
So, Alan Jones now is in a very unfortunate situation, because he really wants to concentrate on the man in front of him, Alain Prost, to get past him. But he's now got Piquet sufficiently close to him that he's got to look in his mirrors as well. So he's now got to drive with four eyes, two looking forward and two looking back, and that makes life very difficult indeed, because any aggressive passing manoeuvre that doesn't come off is able to slow him down and let Piquet sweep through into his second place. So it's a much more difficult problem to drive to try and overtake somebody when you've also got to protect your rear.
He's certainly showing all the determination you could expect from the 26-year-old here, as Alan Jones again goes up on his right-hand side. Tries to pass. Is he going to leave a way through for Piquet? No, he shuts that door on Piquet. Reutemann still again. Jones again trying to get past. He's tried one side. He's tried the other side. Prost must have mirrors full of Alan Jones in that familiar white helmet. Jones driving as aggressively as I've ever seen him drive. Bitterly disappointed about what happened when he was in the British Grand Prix, when he couldn't help but hit Villeneuve, really trying to get past, and all the time in his mirrors he's got Piquet as he comes out of the chicane, chopped off there by Alain Prost. Couldn't get through, but he's trying every inch of the way, James Hunt.
Yes, I think it's a shame that he tried to pass at the end of the straight there going to that corner. I think he would have stood a much better chance to keep tucked in, get through that one really quickly, and have another go at the same place where he got alongside into the hairpin. Slingshot sort of toe position behind him, he might well come past. Jones still climbing all over the back of the Renault, all over him like a rash he is, but to no avail with that extra power. Oh, and they're diving about all over the place, but the trouble is there's always a couple of lengths of clear air between the cars. Harold Bennett was spotting the drain. I'm looking carefully at the track. I can't see anything wet. Jones still battling away, but still that couple of lengths of clear air between them, and it's just not on. He's got to get a good run now through the chicane, down to the stadium, get close to Prost as they break to the stadium. The corner that is in the very foreground of your picture now. He doesn't want to pass here. He wants to get really close to here and then try and outbrake him. He's not really close enough unless he gets a good run to this corner, then try and outbrake him into this left-hand hairpin that they're approaching now. Here we go, back to the leading battle. Alan Jones once again doing his little pulling out trick, but and Alan Prost weaving a bit down the straight, but still it's not close enough. Come down, let's see if Alan Jones gets a good run through there. He can get right, what he wants to do is to get right up Prost's exhaust pipe as they come out of this right-hand corner that they're heading down to now. He's quite close this time. Still not quite close enough to swing through there really well. And of course one of the problems is that as the race goes on, things may get worse for Jones as far as passing Prost's car, because the turbocharged cars do have a bit, because of their extra power, they also use quite a considerable considerably larger quantity of fuel. Therefore they start with their cars a great deal heavier, but as the race goes on, this thing is evened out because they're drinking it at a faster rate, and therefore they get relatively lighter. So
well, you see how close they are there. I just got my watch on it as we complete 20 laps of this race, and there's only half a second in it. Half a second between Prost and Jones, and there isn't even half a second in it between Jones and Reutemann. But Reutemann has got nearly a 4-second lead over Nelson Piquet. As the back mark now, that is René Arnoux ahead of his teammate, and Alan Jones almost then got past Alan Prost because of where René Arnoux was on the track, James.
yes, well, Prost was again doing his moving about across the track trick, and he nearly let Alan Jones pick up what toe that René Arnoux was needing. Of course, that just don't get nearly so much effect, but Prost certainly wants to stick right behind the line that Arnoux's car is taking, not only to benefit from the toe for himself, but also to make sure Jones doesn't pick it up and feel the benefit for him.
Well, just in case you get confused, as we look at Nelson Piquet, who's dropping back, the yellow car you see in front is car number 16 of René Arnoux, who's in 16th position, followed by his teammate Alan Prost, 15, who is first, and then Alan Jones, number 1, who is second, Carlos Reutemann, number 2, who is third, and Nelson Piquet, number 5, who is fourth.
I think things could be developing here. I don't know whether Arnoux plans to get out of the way and let them go into the stadium on their own, but he's going to give Jones a chance if he holds Prost up at all. Jones is nice and close now. Can Jones stay close enough to have a swing into this hairpin here? No, he can't. But yes, he can. And Alan Jones has got through. Alan Jones takes the lead on the right part of the circuit. He's now got the stadium section left to pull away enough of a lead. He needs enough of a lead, which he seems to have got already. He's pulled away already 20, 30 yards. He may need a little bit more to get 5. Yes, but Reutemann has moved past one of the Renaults. I can't see which one, but all I can say is here we have a little replay. It was messed by his own teammate, and how ironic and very, very sad for Alan Prost. I think René Arnoux really should have let them through on the straight, slowed down, because he could only cause risks and problems by joining in with their little battle through the stadium. And Alan Jones now has a big enough lead, and Alan Jones is off and away.